Hey guys, welcome back to Internally Korean. That was just my dance reaction to BTS Dynamite, which dropped yesterday. And honestly, guys, my friend and I watched it last night together. And I know I've told you guys a little bit like how I feel about BTS now because, girl, guys, I was cray cray. Like, I'm pretty sure you can see it. Like, if you're in the K-pop world, you know what this means. You know what this means. Yeah, we all know. And I was just, I was so into BTS like nobody's business. Let me tell you, if anybody had anything to say about BTS, I'm like, what you say? What you say? Like, you want to fight? Like, more? What? Eh? So anyway, like, I don't know, like, I've calmed down a lot since then, which is like a year ago, so not that long ago, but I've just calmed down. So when I watched it, I was like, like, it's cute and it's like a good party song because, you know, it's got that 70s thing going on and it's groovy. But I'm like, it's all right because the thing about BTS, like, when I first got into them, I was like, I've never seen anybody dance like that. I've never seen anybody sing like that. I just have never seen anybody have a charisma like that. Like, the seven of them, especially J-Hope, don't even get me started. Like, it's just crazy. Like, I've never seen anything like that before. And I always have had high expectations of BTS, like, when it comes to their dancing and their music. So when I watched Dynamite, yeah, it was good, but I know that they're capable of so much more. And if you pay close attention to their choreography and just their beats and how they sing and how they do their music, which is good, and I want more. And I know that they can do more, and I'm ready for them to kind of go somewhere different, if you guys know what I mean. Because that's the thing about K-pop, which I didn't talk about in my last video, but I'll talk about now. One of the reasons why I love K-pop so much is it's not just the cutesy, like, look how cute I am. Like, don't get me wrong, I love that stuff like no other when I'm in the mood. But that's the thing about K-pop, where it has R&B, and it has chill, and it has acoustic, and it has coffee house music. Don't even get me started on Eric Nam. And it has hip-hop. And just all this different stuff. Like, when it comes to K-pop, it's so diverse, and how many styles and voices and everything that you can add in, it's really unique, which is why I love it so much and why it's grown on me so much and just become a part of who I am as a person, because it's so unique and I love it, and I love how it's become a part of me. So yeah, that was just kind of my thing when I was watching Dynamite last night. I'm like, yeah, it's super cute, but you guys have done this for like the past 7 years. Like, I'm ready for something new. I know you can do it. I know that you got more in you. Like, come on now. But I'll talk more about like the actual music video now. Okay, so I'll just start with J-Hope. Because let me tell y'all, man, I picked a good one when I got introduced to BTS. I'm so thankful that they were one of my first major K-pop bands that I got into. They're a good starter band. They really are. Like, if you want to get into K-pop, I highly recommend BTS. But don't just stay there. Go beyond your horizons. But anyway, J-Hope was just so smooth and so groovy. Like, I kid you not, guys, it came to his part and he was like, and then he's like, and I'm like, oh shoot, like, I'm feeling things, like, I'm catching feelings again. I'm like, oh, this is why I fell in love the first time I saw him. I'm like, and then it died. But, you know, it makes, watching the video last night just made me miss, like, those crazy times of, like, oh my gosh, I miss being that crazy fangirl so much. Like, I still am, but, you know, not as crazy. Unless it's, like, 2 o'clock in the morning and I'm, like, watching a music video when I should be in bed and I'm like, oh my god. So, yeah, J-Hope was super smooth. I'll leave it there. Jimin, of course, with his voice, as always, like, when he hit those high notes, I'm like, honey, yes. And then, of course, they had, like, colored contacts in their eyes, so it made them look really cute, super adorable, handsome. Loved it. Hot so much. And then their hair, too, because they all had their hair done. Like, as always, they're always dyeing and cutting their hair all the time. I don't know how it's falling out. I hope they really take good care of it. Take care of your hair, y'all. But it was so good. Like, their eyes, their makeup, their hair, their clothes. They were wearing boot-cut jeans, y'all, and leather shirts, and, like, all kinds of different styles. I was feeling it. I was feeling myself. I'm like, okay, BTS, I didn't know you can go back that far in time. I'm like, all right, y'all take it on the 70s. Okay, I feel you. I feel you. So it was really good. And Jungkook got me dying with his cheesy smile because there's this scene, right? Go watch the video, guys. I'll put it down in my little, what is it, my little description box. So you guys can definitely go check it out because I'd love to hear what you have to say about the video and what your reaction was. But you guys will know what I'm talking about once you go watch the video. So go watch the video. Okay, so Jungkook's like walking, right? And then he has like, I don't even know what it is. It looked like a mochi cookie or something. And he's holding it. And then he looks at the other members and he's like, and they're like, and then he's like, and I'm like, okay. I'm like, I see you, BTS. So like that was really cool. And then I don't know, they were all just dancing around. V had me too. V was in like this little tuck suit vest thing. And I'm like, okay. His hair is slicked back. I'm like, all right, I see you, Taeyeon. I see you. We all know who you are deep down inside V. It's okay. It's okay. If you know what I mean. So yeah, it was a really good music video. And it's funny because like I said last time, like everybody was talking like, oh my gosh, BTS Dynamite. And I'm like, yeah, kind of the same thing they've done before though. I'm like, it's all right. Then I wake up today and I'm working out and it's stuck in my head. And it's like, I'm telling you guys, it's the Korean sucker cups. It's the Korean sucker cups. What they get to you, they're like, nah, I'm never letting you go. It's like, oh. So it's just been in my head all day. So I wanted to do a reaction video. So there you go. There you have it. You know, wannabe dancer. Well, you know, I can dance, but like, wannabe professional dancer, you know. Who knows, you know? I can do it. I'm like, I know how to move. I got rhythm. I'm like, yeah, so that was really cool. I also, apart from the music video though, I also wanted to do this video about K-dramas because in the last 2 videos I've posted, I've talked to you guys about K-pop and a little bit more in this video, and now I want to bring in K-dramas. Are y'all ready for this? Because you have K-pop, you have K-dramas, you have different themes in Korean culture, which is why I'm just so immersed in it and captivated by it. The people, the language, the food, the history, all of it, which I will be sharing all of those things in my videos. And guys, I want to hear from you what kind of videos you would like to see and things y'all want to talk about. So make sure to comment down below and don't forget to subscribe. Yeah. Hey. But where was I going with that? Oh, so how I said with K-pop, how it has different genres and just different rhythms and beats and flows and personalities, just all this different stuff. K-dramas are the same way, which is why I like K-dramas so much, because of course you have the romantic kind, which are honestly my go-to, where this phenomenal Korean man just comes in and he's like, oh my gosh, and she's like, oh my gosh. So a couple that I'm watching right now, let's see, Crash Landing on You, highly recommend. Kim's Convenience Store, which is actually a TV show, it has 4 seasons, highly recommend that. You will love Appa like no other. He is funny, like I need that man in my life. What else am I watching? I'm trying to think of the other ones I've watched. Oh, the Country the New Age, My Country the New Age, I think it's called, because I'm also the type where I like watching sad K-dramas too. There's just times where I'm like, I'm in the mood for a sad K-drama, you know, death, love, blood. I'm all for it, you know, just get cuddled up on the floor and I'm like, I love it so much. So that's another one that I'm watching. And then pop-up Mystic Bar, which is really good too, because it kind of has like ghost in it and stuff, which I like too. So those are the 4 that I'm watching right now. So I would rate those guys 6 out of 5 stars all across the board. And I'm also watching a Japan drama too, my first Japanese drama, and it's called In Time with You. It's super cute, highly recommend it. It's so good. Like honestly, I think there's one K-drama that I've watched that I was not crazy about. All the other ones I'm like, you got me, because I'm also that type of girl who goes on Spotify and looks up the songs that are played in the K-dramas because they're so good, and I have a whole playlist of them, and I just, you know, like I just feel it, I just sit in it. So I will definitely make sure to put that down below as well, my Korean playlist and my what do I have it named on Spotify? Those sappy KC drama feels, because that's what it really is. It's really sappy, and it fits me perfectly, so it works. Yeah, so that's kind of like what K-dramas are. They're the same thing. Not that they're the same thing as American shows, because that's the thing, guys. Let me tell you something. The Korean directors that do these dramas, American directors have nothing on them. And I don't mean that with any disrespect, because I've had good American TV shows that I've fallen in love with. Honestly, though, I really don't watch American TV anymore nowadays. But with Korean directors, they just come up with stories that you never would have thought of. That just honestly blow your mind. I mean, earlier this year we had the first Korean director that won an Oscar for his Korean movie. Like, props to you, sir. Super proud of you. Absolutely. Yeah. I'm trying to think what else I could say about that. Just go watch a K-drama, guys. Definitely go watch a K-drama. My first K-drama was Strong Girl Monsoon, and it was so good. Honestly, it was a little hesitant because people are flying through the air, and I'm like, I don't know what's going on here. And then this girl, so what the line is about, it's this girl who has super strength. So anything she does, like, she can just, and you go flying, like 60 feet out. Like, you just go flying. And it's just so funny. And honestly, there's a couple of actors and actresses in there that I still watch to this day because I just fell in love with them and they're so good at what they do. But that was my first K-drama, and it was so good. And I could really relate to her, especially when she gets drunk, because she just does the most. She's just doing the most. I'm like, that's me. So it's super fun. I think you guys would really enjoy it. I always like to watch K-dramas with my friends. Like, I think that's so much fun to do, just to have friends come over, or even watch K-dramas with your boyfriend or your girlfriend, your yoja chingu, your namja chingu, serene, oppa, you know, all the stuff, and just watch it together because it's super fun. And like I said, it's not just the cutesy stuff. They have all kinds of stuff, everything. There's also this app, I'm probably gonna say it wrong, it's called Rakuten Viki, something like that. I'll also put that down below as well, so you guys can go check it out. So yeah, I think that's all I got for you guys. So I hope that you guys will go watch BTS Dynamite. Let me know what y'all think about it. I hope you got a little intrigued about K-dramas, Chinese dramas, which are really good as well, and Japanese dramas. And they also, not only do I watch them just to enjoy and to self-care, because that's just how I love Michaela, by just chilling out on the floor with my cozy self and my blankie, and I just watch my shows and I just go to another place. It's awesome. I'm like, that's how I self-care. But also, I lost my train of thought again. Oh, when this happens, yeah. Oh my gosh. I don't remember what I was saying. Oops. Oh, that's what I was saying. Okay, I remember now. I got it. Okay, I also use like my K-dramas, my Chinese dramas, and my Japanese dramas to help me with my languages as well. So I think I shared with you guys in my first video how I'm studying Korean and Chinese. So I am trilingual. And the goal is to become fully fluent in Korean and Chinese, because I have a goal in the next 3 years to live in South Korea. So that is my game plan and something that I'm pursuing at the moment. And one of my really good friends from when I was living out of the country was Chinese, and she became my Chinese teacher and she taught me Chinese. So I never thought that I'd be learning 2 languages at one time. So I'd love to hear your guys' like thoughts on that, like what other languages do you speak, what other languages do you want to speak, anything that you want to teach, because I'm all about culture, I'm all about diversity, that is who I am. So I would love to hear what languages you guys speak and are learning or are interested in, culture, genealogy, all of it. I am your girl to talk to about it. Yeah, so that's why I also enjoy my dramas, because they help me. I wouldn't fully base your education off of dramas, because they don't always speak in the proper way that they should be, the proper way that you need to be learning, because in Asian cultures you have honorifics, and in the K-dramas, the Chinese dramas, the Japanese dramas, all the kinds of Asian dramas, they don't always speak that way. So you wouldn't want to just learn from watching TV. It's really helpful, but don't use that as your only base. And I will be doing a video about the language of Korean and Chinese and sharing what I have been doing and all the tips. So as always, guys, thank you so much for watching my video. Don't forget to subscribe. Most of all, share. I can't express that enough. And talk to me. I want to hear your feedback. I want to hear your guys' opinions, what you guys want to hear about, all the stuff. So I hope you guys are having a really good week. It's Friday. Have a good weekend, and I'll see you guys soon. Bye. Annyeong.